Hello, I'm back. It's Friday, and I know I'm a bit late, and that has its reasons because I was not I was technically home at the time, but still had to eat dinner, and dinner was done past 8. So yeah, having to eating is important to me at least. So I prioritized dinner over streaming. Had pizza, was good pizza. Yeah, we're back with Stormworks. We're going to finish up the boat, maybe put it on the workshop. Not sure. And after that, I don't know. We'll see. I have some ideas, but not a lot. But let's just jump into it. Let's give you guys audio. And actually, everything's working. Even getting the correct source on the game capture that I use. Which means there's a little bit of a black screen. I know, I'm smart for once. Emphasis on the for once. Yeah. And how long is it going to take now? It's going to get stuck on the 90%. I just know that. And it is at 90. And now it's just a matter of time. Yeah, this might take a while. For some reason, Stormworks always gets stuck on like the last like 20% and just speeds the rest. Instead of going like gradually, it just fucking speed runs it. It's gonna go in one go. Instead of going slowly, go slow to 90, fast the last bit. Even my laptop used to do that. My old laptop, which ran this game at around 2 FPS. Yeah, it was not good. Even almost all settings were off, and it still ran like shit. Then again, it didn't have a graphics card. It was a laptop that was perfectly adequate for Word. Now, give me the. Wee. Oh yeah, reverse does not like to work at all. I might have an idea on how to fix reverse. But it's not gonna work at all. Not after adding the flywheel. Alright. We have the pump for that. We have this. Oh, come on. No, mirror mode. Let's just continue painting stuff and maybe adding some more features to it. Some small features like heaters, which I just realized I don't have installed yet. Yeah, let's install a heater. Heat. Yeah, I should be able to install it in the back here. There's a 40 block radius around it. So let's say you grab it from there and we go forward 40 blocks. Yep. This has the perfect range. We need a greater than, which I have in a compact version, which is one of the easiest things to do, and I highly recommend. This is all that's going on. It is just a greater than, but instead of having it be 4 big, it's 2 with an input and an output. Which now need a temperature probe. Temperature probe. There. Measure the temperature going in there. Oh, we need a less than. Oh boy. Grab the wrong one. Less, which I also made compact. It's exactly the same as the greater than, but this time it has a less than. And in order to change it quite rapidly without having to go into it, there's a property number. So let's say the temperature is less than 7. The heater will turn on. I didn't give it power yet. I just realized. It doesn't have any battery power. Now it has. Lights are all done by the looks of it. Actually, let's just additive. There we go. Let's make this a little bit less bright. Then let's paint this just a white. Because this project is basically done. For the next project, I'm kind of thinking of either a, you know, a truck once again with a modular engine that's big. Just a couple of cylinders instead of a lot of small ones. Interior lights. This still needs to function. Whee! So let's grab reverse. Oh, I think I know what's happening. Oof, I know what's happening. I know what's happening and it's really annoying. It has everything to do with the stabilization system. I need to invert it as soon as I put it into reverse. Where did I put the system? Where did I put that thing? Boat stabilizer. Yeah, boat stabilizer. I'm gonna need another input, which means I'm gonna probably have to change the size of it. I don't really like that I have to make it into a 2x2, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to turn into this because it's gonna need to be an input. Can I have... Wait a minute, I know how to do this. We need I need a multiply. So you have a multiply. And then you just switch box. Numerical switch box and constant numbers. 2 constant numbers to be specific. Because what I'm gonna do here is a neat little thing. So we have the on and we have the off value that will do that. Now what this will do is, if I connect all this up, if it's an off position, it's 1. So it multiplies it by 1, so that should be fine. But as soon as you turn it on, which means flipping into reverse, it becomes -1. What that means is the output here becomes a negative. I made a toggleable inverter. And that's what I just did. Oh boy, I don't know which input does what. Hold on. This one. Gearbox? Is this gearbox? Yeah, it is gearbox. Alright. Because gearbox is going to the same signal as the gearbox here. Which is this one? What is this one actually? Is this the activation of the system itself? Which goes by key. That turns a bit on. Now it should work in both ways. Unless the boat sinks completely because there's a leak somewhere. Now where is the... Why did the bed go away? Bed? I specifically put that bed there in order to keep everything stable. Or at least have a place to sleep. Interior lights. I guess I could turn this into a stabilization system. See, right now we're stable here. And these numbers are keeping me perfectly stable. Now let's slow down. Flip into reverse. That is not reverse. I keep thinking 2 is reverse because that's what it is with my cars. And immediately it becomes negative. And then it still don't work. Where is New Forest Fire? Oh, please, I do not care. What I do care about is how this system is set up, because it obviously doesn't want to work. So we're going to multiply it even more. So in reverse, it is even more active. So while this is starting up, we're going to turn the interior lights on. Now that we're stable going forward. That's fine. Yeah, I need to put my rudders lower for this to work. Alright. All I have to do is grab this, cut, move down a block, paste, grab red, put two of them there, remerge or else it'll just fall off. Paint the bottom of the boat red again, as it isn't right now. We save, we start again. And before I do, I wanna go to this one. I think, is it 4? Yeah. Stabilizer. Just channel 4, which it is. This one, which channel 4 is connected to nothing. So it's going to be connected to that. What I find slightly annoying is you cannot say the default position, which you can do on normal buttons. Because right now everything is 0. Oh, and that hold on. I detect some bullshit right now. This one goes to there, which means that this one is unoccupied. Everything goes to this one. This key activates the key activates the engine and the relay. But where's the... It's coming from here. It's when you occupy the seat. Why do I have it set to that? I have it set to this. So you know it's on. Like right now. Wait, what? There's when the stabilizer's on and they start stabilizing. No, I'm not in reverse yet. Reverse. Oh look, it's keeping me slightly stable. almost done. So after this project is finished, I'm slightly torn between two ideas. One is a truck with big engine, the other one is a plane with big engine. Honestly, I'm still working on this mega plane, so I guess I could use that with the modular engines. Alright, stabilize, which means we're gonna do x times -4 to make it a negative number, make it 4 times stronger. And hopefully have a positive impact. Alright, reverse, turn this on. It immediately flipped. I think I'm making it worse. Somehow. It worked better when it was -2. Alright. So now what? We have all the controls, we have that, we have this, we have the logic, we have the relay, we have the water cannon here. We have 2 hatches to kind of access the engine a little bit at the top. I think that's pretty much it. You even have a fishing rod and a place to store your fish. Bit of seating. This is perfect like transport vessel. So I guess it's done. I guess I can go workshop, upload new vehicle. I guess what would I call this? It's definitely C. Fishing, exploration, delivery, I guess. Yeah. What do I call this? What is a good name for a boat like this? I guess speed pilot. Default thumbnail, yeah. And it is uploaded to the workshop, which you can now use this boat in all its very crappy glory. No, I don't want to spawn it. I know I saved it. So I guess we're gonna go back to we're gonna go to a hangar, which is right here. Let's actually go near the doors here to open them up. Go to the other side of the hangar. Create vehicle. No, you're too small. I want this big boy. Just look how chonky it is. And yet it only seats 3 here because how close it is to that. Look how much space there is in here. Like, you can have an entire cargo hold here. All I have to make sure is you can get off the ground. This is a full 8 blocks tall to make sure that I think this is 7. Yes. Now we lengthen it a little bit more. Mirror mode needs to be turned on. Otherwise it's going to be annoying. Yeah, I think that's adequate length. Although the tail might be very short at that point. Might shorten it a little bit. Unless I have room at the front to move it forward, which I don't anymore. I already used that space. Well, crap. I cannot push this thing forward. Though this is quite a long boy. Yeah, I don't have any capacity to put a tail on it in this space. Although, if I lower it... That's going to be a very big plane. This is not going to be a fun thing to integrate everything with. Just look at how massive it is. And this is just getting started. Like, imagine all the space and room for activities. As well as the room for activities in here, and then just having one pilot and very crappy view. Like, how am I supposed to see anything out of this? Alright, let's see if I can make something out of this tail. Start with a 4. Keep the 4 for like 3. Then we're gonna start shifting to 2s. For like this amount of time. 2s. What if we remain within the 2s? You know, I haven't done that with the tail of a plane at all, and I'm gonna try it. Because you don't know if you don't try. That is some advice which you may or may not need to follow. I'll leave that up for you guys. But we're going back to the painful bit. Pyramids. Back to pain. Yeah, this doesn't do enough distance, so 4x4. Finishing it off with a 4x1. I know how to fix this. With this. And then we use a 4x4. We kind of put it like this. This will be my biggest plane yet. It is the full length of the hangar, and probably going to be the full width. Height, probably, as well. So this plane, I'm not sure what kind of propulsion I'm going to use just yet. But it's going to be either like 8 modular engines to keep it running and in the air, or jet engines. I feel like jet engines are a little bit of a cheat, so I'm going to try and use modular ones. And then totally fail and revert back to Jet anyway. But a man can dream. Pyramids are annoying. But hey, at least I can use these. Then I can remove these, and then I remove these. Oof, no. Now it becomes a boat. How do I solve this? I guess I have an idea on how to solve it. It involves deleting all of this. Grabbing 1x4 pyramid. Finish that off. Right now we can do stuff. This is gonna be enormous. What am I doing? This is definitely gonna end up an abandoned project. I'll do my best to try and finish it, but it's gonna be tough. Mainly because I lack a lot of skill. I mean, it will look a little bit like a boat tail, but eh. Now I need a 2x2 inverse to put there. That then becomes a couple of these, which then becomes this right here, which turns into more pyramids right here. And this is going to continue for like 3 more layers. And this is gonna be a tough one here. Especially right here. Because this is where we need this one again. And that's not that tough, actually. Once you start doing it, it becomes quite easy. There we go. Now that we have this, I'm gonna need to shape this. 4, 4, another 4, 2, 2, more 2s, a bunch of 2s, and I guess just 1s. There we go. It is a big boy. And the best part, it is eventually going to fly. Center of gravity is there, so I could theoretically use wing pieces. What is this? Viewing scope. Yeah. I could go for something like this. Problem with something like this is, first of all, I need to put it at a, I want to kind of put it here, so it's kind of low. If I were to use these, they will generate lift. Alright. Well, first of all, they look incredibly square. Second of all, I can't put anything underneath here. Well, technically I could. I could do that. I can just grab all of this wing, pull it up a block, and boom. Now that we have that, we can put engines underneath, as well as some wheels. We're just gonna grab the thing wheel. Grab large landing wheel. Can it fit underneath here? Yes, it can. Nice. It's on wheels now. Means I can lower it by a couple of blocks. Oh boy. I shouldn't have eaten the pizza that quick. This is kind of coming back to bite me. Alright. Engine. What I'm gonna do engine-wise. I could use jet engines, but that feels kind of cheating. So I guess I'm not gonna grab a 5x5. But I'm smart about this and kind of make a 4 or flat 8. Shouldn't be too difficult to make a flat 8 here. Oh wait, no, other way around. Flat 8 moments. This is one flat 8. And I feel like I can make a couple more of them. But if I make one work, I can then add more. Kind of props to it. I have to grab the... I'm gonna have to pull the weight forward though. I guess I can grab the belts here. Put them here so you can actually start it. Put a... Do I put a flywheel on this? A flywheel 3x3. Does it work that way? I think it does. Then I need a clutch, which is right here. 3x3 clutch. And then I need a prop. Aircraft propeller, rotor propeller, and large? That's a very big rotor. Way too big. But this one is kind of small. But I mean, I can add multiple. I can always add more, make it a 4-engine, very powerful aircraft. Technically, if they're both spinning the opposite direction, then you can get as high RPS as you want to do. Because if you do it with a single engine plane and your RPS goes too high, your plane starts doing a roll. A uncontrollable roll. Technically just a death spiral. We have the entire engine? No, we do not have the entire engine. We're missing the belts. I want to push this down a singular block. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Down one block. How close are the props to the ground? Very close. They're on the floor. Which brings me to my next problem. Manifolds. How am I gonna do this? Do I want to go for the top? I guess. But no, that doesn't work with the flywheel. So I guess it's come out of here. Gonna use inner ports actually. Outside ports are gonna be exhaust. I'll grab a couple of straight ones. There we go. Now that those two are connected to each other, I'm actually gonna put a block in between here and then start merging shit. So I can actually see how high they are. Off the ground. Ooh, they're really close to the ground. But let's actually pull this through. Then fill this, or at least erase this bit so you have a clear tube shape to go off of. Because that means I can probably put the wings higher on the plane. It kind of looks like a boat as well if you look at it from the front. So is everybody thinking what I'm thinking? I just pull this up to here. And grab this and then the prop with it. Pull it all the way up to here and merge and look at it again. While in camera mode. Play. Yeah, this almost looks like a seaplane. So I have an idea. It involves putting a T-piece right here. Oh no, don't tap out of the game, please. Please don't. Now that we have that, we're gonna grab fuel. Fuel's gonna come from here. And the reason I put it one lower is so I can kind of abuse the system a little bit. I can do this. Well, technically I could do better. That is with this. Then I guess fuel tank's gonna go in here. Where? Don't know yet. Man. Yeah, I am a bit tired. I have had a week with a bunch of delays as well. Because try doing public transport when on Monday your train is delayed by just over 20 minutes. And today on the way to and on the way from I got delayed. Fun, isn't it? When that happens. We have fuel there. I guess air can come in from the front. That makes sense, right? I'm gonna put 2 air intakes. I know I'm blocked. Well, I should point those up actually. So I don't block the other ports in case I want to use them for something. Like, I don't know. Coolant. I'm now realizing that. Oh boy. Coolant? Manifold? Is it better to put it in the back here where the belts actually are? Wait a minute. Pump. I'm already going underneath, so might as well do it right here. Then grab a starter. Probably should put like 2 of them on there. Alternator. Probably should add a couple of those as well. There we go. Now we need coolant. And we need a radiator, which is going to be a normal radiator, which is just going to be positioned like this. Or should I use a heat sink? I don't feel like using a heat sink. Right, I guess we're just going to do this then. Then we're going to get out of this. We're going to pump it back in into the radiator, which will cool it down all the way to back into the pump. So that's a cooling setup, which should do the trick because it goes in there, goes through there, and then back. So that's all they need now is exhaust. Exhaust manifold. Now, because these are big engines, we're gonna use this. I guess we can then aim it outward. Have a port end. No, technically I want it aimed backwards. I want to aim it right there, then have a port end. I know it's a bit of an unconventional engine setup, but it is there. It is a bit of a weird setup. But we have exhaust, we have coolant, we have air, we have fuel. Fuel still needs to be set up, but that's another problem to tackle at some point. You can actually put the engines back a bit. Don't see why not, actually. I do have to clear this bit out. We have the entire engine package once again. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna push it back like 2 blocks. Oh wait, no, not yet, because I still have to pull this setup 1, 2 blocks back. Then paste it, merge it again. Now I can grab it and paste it. There we go. That's those lines done. They were just good. Yeah, how am I gonna do this? Because this starts covering the radiator, which we don't want to do. And I guess I can. Oh no! Don't go around deleting stuff now. Here comes the slightly more complicated bit of making it look nice. Of course, we're back with pyramids. Our favorite thing, a bloody pyramid. That doesn't even work because the exhaust is in the way. There we go. With that gone, I can fully put this forward. Fill this up. There we go. That is technically a bunch of it done. Although I could make it a little bit better with an inverse 4x1 pyramid. Revolutionary. Inverse pyramids. Which means that there's going to be one of these here. And I'm going to use these to kind of... I can orient them correct, because that is incredibly difficult for some weird Stormworks reason. And then cap it off. Hmm. It looks still quite blocky, you know? Like this bottom here doesn't belong there at all, but... Hmm. I almost want to just make it a little bit more rounded. Like this. There we go. And then if we finished off with this one. That's a lot better. Now let's just connect everything up here to the side. There we go. 2 engines placed. I feel like this is not going to lift it at all, only just pushed forward. Also, we're going to put a neutral blade pitch on there. By enclosed straight to the center. Where do I want to put 2 fuel tanks in there, or do I want to put 1 fuel tank in there? That is the question, the very important question. I guess what I can do is kind of like this, and then pull it back a bit, pull it back up. Where's the pipe? It's all the way back here, which means you have to extend the fuel tank a little bit more. Like, I don't know, something like this here. Close it off. Fluid. Liquid meat. I guess we're going to slap a meter in here as well. A spawner is a necessary block, but where's the spawner? Either I'm complete. There it is. I'm not completely blind. Spawner, and then we are going to use a pipe aimed down with a port end in there. All right. Engine controller. I need 2 of these, and we're gonna need to store them somewhere strategic and safe. Somewhere where it cannot be damaged easily. Now, thanks for following Breacher 699, little brother. At this point, as soon as you see a username which is difficult to pronounce, I'm just gonna kind of butcher it. Guess I could put it in the front here, but I need 2 of these engine controllers, so I guess I want to add some symmetry to this. So, boom. I'm gonna need a battery as well. Right, what is the weight balance on this thing? pretty much centered. How do I keep doing this? Guess 2 batteries can't hurt the balance all that much. No, not at all. Which means we have 2 medium batteries powering going to power everything in this plane. Everything. Wait, technically what I can do... I can do, right? I could, in theory, put the engine controller back here. Seriously? Engine controller. Now it's in place. I'm also gonna need a constant number to keep clutches engaged and all that stuff. This number is gonna be a 1. Same with the other 1. Hehe. Buns. Constant number will be for the clutch pressure on the fuel, on the fluid pump, and on both alternators, because yes, I'm using 2 alternators to keep everything charged. It's a very big plane. Throttle air. It's going to be these 2. Throttle fuel. Starter. RPS can come from the flywheel. The throttle in and the button are going to be here. I feel like it's not wide enough, but it's a bit weird here. I don't know how to do XML, so I'm not going to do that at all. I could theoretically make it look a lot better if I just use a pivot here. Use a pivot, right? Watch this. But I guess instrument panel. I could do it with 2 instrument panels because I call it train brake multiple unit. Wait. Let me take a look at my microcontrollers here. Microcontroller, multi-lever action. Password lock is just a funny one. Pump manifold, radio channel, reverse pitch props. Ship stabilizer less than. Land vehicle indicator. Engine monitor, emergency brake, electromotor, reverse container lock, composite merger. AR ratio. Automatic lights, battery display. 1 battery, 2 battery. Boat stabilizer, boxcar, door car, blinker. I have done the thing multiple times. Wind speed, 7-speed gearbox, 6-speed gearbox, 6 OR gates, 5-minute timer. That's still train brake MU that I have to use twice. We don't have a version that is a little smaller than the rest. Oh well, we'll see. This is gonna be a logic mess just to get things. Wait, this still needs to be connected. Because this one needs to go there. Then throttle air needs to go to both air manifolds. Then fuel needs to go to the singular fuel manifold. Yeah, this one is not it. I guess it's this one. This needs to go to the button. Then we have throttle in, which comes from this W and S. W throttle in button for this. Powering it with the batteries. I'm going to use the ceiling for a bunch of buttons as well. Then let's take a look in here. Yeah, we have this. So channel 4 is going to be the button to kind of crank the engines. You have a dial, which... Alright. So what we have here is controls. One remains a dial, I want to say. One remains a dial. 2 becomes a arrow button up. 3 becomes a button. 4 becomes a arrow button aiming down. And that mirrors here. With 1 becoming a arrow up, 2 remaining a dial, 3 becoming arrow button down, and 4 becoming a normal button. Wait a minute. Do I want to... Isn't that like an internal number? Yeah, that does showcase the RPS of the engine, which is generally correct. Never mind. Alright. Let's take a quick look here. Where's a piece of paper I can write stuff on? Because even though in this digital age, I still use quite a lot of pen and paper because it is just a lot easier to make stuff with. If you need to have a quick sketch, then using that is the quick way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is up. 1 goes to up. That means 2 goes to down. Channel 3 is number. Channel 4 being button. There we go. That's all out. The reason I'm writing this down is so I don't have to keep going back and forth to just doing bullshit. Alright, channel, or the arrow up is channel 1. RPS up. This is a dial that's going to go from 0 to 100. Which is going to be channel 3, which is going to be RPS. Or target. RPS. Then we have this thing here. Number 3, which is a down button, which is channel 2. Which is RPS. Oh no, wait, I have to the RPS down. Last but not least, we have channel 4 with the starter. Now we mimic this here. This is the dial, so which is going to be 0 to 100. Dial is going to be 3, which means target RPS. 2 will be arrow up, which is channel 1, which is RPS up. Then number 3 is going to be the push button, which is the starter on channel 4. And it's going to be RPS down on channel 2. Now it should work. I should in theory be able to launch those engines and not move because the prop pitch is at 0. It's actually measured, that's 8,000 liters of fuel. Hopefully I can squeeze every little bit of performance out of it. Not hearing anything. It hasn't started yet. Also, I need to put a switch box. Switch box. Numeric compact switch box. This tiny little bit is the same as the greater or less than. And as soon as you sit in the seat, it does it. Not a hotkey 2. No. As soon as you sit on it, it becomes 0.4 instead of 0. As you all know, that is a better number. Nice, that worked quite well. Then for temporarily, we're gonna add dials here. This is a very temporary thing. But because I use a clutch, I cannot trust on seeing a propeller spin. Technically, I don't need the clutch on its own. Yeah, technically I don't need the clutch at all. I'm using variable prop pitch. So you don't have to burn out a clutch or anything, you just rotate the blades to gain more or less speed. Up. I wonder if they will actually at some point reach. Is it not gonna go higher? Why isn't it doing what it needs to do? Actually, let's remove one air intake because I have a feeling it's messing up a bunch. We have two starters here. Alright, this is gonna be a bit of a mess, I feel like. Using jet engines would have been easier. Because we are climbing. But it's... As soon as it gets over the 2, then it starts to really kick off. But it's slowing down quite a lot, even though I'm telling it to. Give it everything it has. Actually, I have... Let's interact with this. With the starter becomes a toggle. Let's turn it into a toggle so I can actually, you know, look at the engine. See what's up. And have it be this... Wait. Is the engine controller actually properly set up already? Yeah, it is. Hmm. Wait, what is happening? I have an idea. I know it's not working. I think it's the pin not turning on. But that requires an extra bit of logic. I'm not gonna do it. I need to restart my experiment because I've pressed it multiple times. And it's a push to toggle. You have two engines now trying to start. This has one. Can't see what the fuel is doing. It is pulling, it is sucking in air. Slowly going faster, but... As per usual, troubles exist. Low, or pressure, probably a pressure sensor. Maybe if I put one of those on here. You know, to measure the pressure from the fuel system. Whoa. The pizza's still doing its work. If we found we have zero pressure on this. Yeah, we basically have zero pressure on this. So I feel like fuel is not going where it's supposed to go. This is slightly annoying, actually. Also, I feel like I can make an improvement on this setup. If I just remove these bits, grab this one, say, twist it around, put it here. Then I do this. Oh wait, it is all corners here. Oh yeah, I still have to merge those, don't I? Did I merge that one already? Yes, I did. There we go. That freed up a port here. So I guess fuel can go here. Removing it from the front. Let's turn this into a straight piece again. Requiring a T-piece. No, a corner. I require an angle. There we go. Then we need to connect this to the rest of the system. I removed the system that I didn't want to remove. This is going well. Everything's fine. Totally didn't delete the engine controller that I was using. Totally did not do that. Throttle in, no RPS, flywheel, air, fuel, button, throttle in. Same with this side. On turns on both starters. Button comes from there, with that being that being there. Fuel manifold and the air. Everything's reconnected, everything's a bit rebuilt. Let's see what it does now. If it was the fuel, the fact that the fuel was stuck on a manifold. And this is getting 1. It's getting like no fuel pressure. Or it's dropping. Although I keep blocking myself from looking at the fuel. There. Forest fires everywhere. Yay. I don't care. I just want to get these engines up and running. I have to sneeze. There we go. Now let's take a good look at this value, which is 0.5. So numbers are matching. It is getting fuel, it is getting coolant, it is getting exhaust by the looks of it. Then why is it struggling so much? Is it because of the flywheel? Huh. I mean, I know I'm definitely getting rid of that clutch. Oh, no, I do need the clutch. To transfer it to that. But do I need the flywheel, though? Let's try it without the flywheel. And of course with another aircraft propeller. Clipping slightly. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm just using clutch. Never mind then. Let's hope it actually starts now, and it was just the flywheel being... Hold on, I realized I did something stupid. Once again.
Hello.
Hello. I'm doing dumb stuff.
As always.
And then realizing I'm doing dumb stuff. And then correcting my dumb stuff. Nope, that was not it. Why isn't my engine starting up? Like, seriously, it is... It has a 14.1 air-fuel ratio. It has exhaust on both ends. What is the problem here? What is the problem? Not enough starters? Do I need more starters here? Do we need even more starting power? Engine starter. Another 2 get added, so we have an engine with 4 starters in total. How does that sound? I mean, it sounds like it's a good start to solve the problem. Oh my, it was the problem. Because you have them running right now. Now all I need to do is add a... Temporarily we're going to put it on WNS, the clutch. Clutch pressure. Clutch pressure. It is bouncing a lot, so it is overcorrecting a whole lot. But I feel like that is more of the pit system's fault. Right, I can now get the engines to spin. Turns out it just wasn't good from the start. With only... I'm trying to start a flat 8 and it's struggling. $10.15. 10.15. Yep. Alright, let's see how fast does it make me move. Really slow. Actually, let go of the clutch. Start upping this to like 20 and a half. Maybe even 25. 25.84. Fine. $31. Oh boy. How did we get in the air? How? I guess we took off. I wasn't looking and I guess I took off. And now my plane is incredibly unhappy. Why are there that many forest fires and why is my game trying to kill itself? Ooh, my game is not trying to kill itself anymore. What I did realize is that these are just way too insensitive. And they need to react to each. Need to be able to react together. Kinda. Love for that to happen. 0.1, I guess. 0.1. Also, the reason I started late was not only because I had to have dinner, but the reason we're having dinner so late was because of a festival. We had to kind of... Well, technically go there my entire life. Almost. It is a whiskey festival, but I don't drink. Basically the family goes there, just sits, talk to people. The usual. Right, I'm ready to see what happens if I power this up and start speeding up. I'm gonna generate enough lift. I am. What? But the weight is way too far in the back. So this massive plane is just doing flips. Why do all my planes end up doing backflips?
It's perfection, Joe.
If the plane you're doing only did backflips and nothing else, you'd be scared.
No, I would enjoy the ride.
Would you still enjoy the ride knowing that you basically have no control over the plane?
Yes. Life is a roller coaster leading to death anyway.
My mind immediately. Highway to hell.
Now that's after your death.
Yes. I still find it funny if people, if you're talking like music, Heaven and Hell, you basically have two songs. You have Highway to Hell and Stairway to Heaven. To me, it's just the choice. What would you rather use? A highway or stairs?
I'll call the elevator.
To where?
I don't know. Whatever God intends for me, up or down, I'll take the elevator.
What if the elevator isn't working?
I'll wait for the maintenance.
What if
I'm
it
an
does
engineer. I can do the maintenance.
Oh yeah, what if it does that train station and stop working? You know?
In the Disney's Hercules movie, which doesn't represent the myth at all, but it is a fun movie. Hades comes into the underworld with an elevator.
The preferred mode of transport, probably.
Yeah.
Like all gods just use the elevator.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if it breaks down?
It has like the ding and everything.
Yeah, but let's say it breaks down. What do you use it then?
Well, you probably just call Hephaestus to fix it, right?
That's why it should be an escalator. If it breaks down, you have stairs.
Maybe the stairway to heaven is an escalator.
If it breaks down, all of a sudden the stairway to heaven starts playing. Like on repeat, and you just have to walk up. Yeah. But what about the highway? I mean, according to the songs, there are no speed limits, so...
Traffic jam.
Fair enough. Depends on how busy the road is.
Well, if it's going to hell, then it would be really busy.
Don't go during rush hour.
I don't know if that matters.
I'm gonna assume it doesn't matter. Or it does matter. Just don't go during rush hour and you should be fine.
I don't know, when would it be rush hour on the way to hell?
Good question.
If you're gonna burn for eternity, wouldn't you just take as long as possible to get there?
Oh no, my car broke down. Whatever will I do? I guess I'll take a little bit longer to reach it. Yeah, you would try and stretch... You would cause a traffic jam intentionally just to make it take a bit longer.
Actually, will the sinners in hell be forgiven in the Bible? Because, like, I know that in the Quran, they do eventually get forgiven.
I don't know. I'm not that religious, so I would not know.
Me neither. I mean, I have the study Bible, but I have no idea where I would find this information there.
The only reason I want to research religion is so I can make fun of it more accurately. Because what would be funnier than messing with religious people by quoting their own book?
In one of Lupa's things, I don't... Oh, right, there was like a statue somewhere, but it was like... I don't even remember what it was really called, like the statue of Lucifer or the statue of Satan or something like that. It was kind of weird. And then I think it was like someone destroyed it or something.
Yeah.
And then someone else, was like kind of glad that that was done because it's literally a statue that's named after the devil. I don't know why that's even there. Like, apparently that just exists. And then Lubach was just like, well, don't let him know that the balls of Beelzebub are hanging off the church or something like that. And he had like a picture of just two iron balls hanging somewhere.
That's nuts. And you could see the joke coming from a mile away.
Yeah. You don't know Beelzebub, do you?
No.
He's a demon that comes up quite a bit in the Bible. That was still obscure enough that I was like, I'm surprised he would make a joke like that.
What, the
I mean,
nuts?
I guess he did have a religious education when he was younger, but like he was like that. He was like the priest would always say in church, right? Like, this is the house of God, and when we die, we will all go to the house of God. And then he's just like, well, I hope it's not, because if the house of God is filled with all of these wooden benches that we're all gonna sit on, that would be like hell.
Well, if you're just going to have uncomfortable wooden benches with no cushioning at all, then why would I be interested in your religion if you're not going to give me any comfort?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any descriptions of heaven in the Bible itself.
I mean, we've sat on those, and they are comfortable for like the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
After that, it's just like your ass getting sore.
Heaven is supposed to be eternal.
Yeah, but wait, you leave church, right?
Yes. But I don't think there's any descriptions in the Bible itself of what heaven is, other than that there's probably a throne for God. And other than that, I think all of the descriptions of it come from like occult things and stuff like that, like as above, so below, and all that.
So just kind of, could it be seen as inaccurate?
What?
Like some descriptions of heaven. I mean, there is only one way to find out, technically.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mythbusters.
But what is inaccurate?
Descriptions.
Well, we don't know, because as I say, I'm pretty sure there's nothing in the Bible that actually talks about what heaven looks like.
Yeah, so there are going to be some incorrect descriptions. The problem with that is, how do we find that out?
Well, you'll find out eventually, I guess, if it exists.
You cannot like relay it back. You cannot just say, "Oh, I saw this." Well, up there.
That's the problem.
For all we know, hell's just one big party.
There are those people that are like, have you seen the bit from like, it's probably from the Clockhouse, where it's like, they come in and there's like a one door for heaven and one door for hell.
Yes, that bit, yeah.
And then they name all the things that happen in heaven, and it's like, oh, okay, okay. And then the door to hell opens because a sinner comes in, and they're going there, and you hear like party noises, and you see like colored lights coming from the door and all that, and the dude's just like, wait, I want to go there. I don't want to go to heaven.
How is this
And then
plane flying?
I have no idea.
Look how ginormous it is, and it's running on 2 engines. This thing should not be physically possible. But then again, I do know the game I'm playing.
Don't question it. Just accept it as fact.
Well, if I did that, then a lot of things would be fucked up by now. Can I pull up? Yeah, I can. Right, let's try and put this down onto the ground then, shall we? Let's gently... Is my... Am I stalling yet? I don't think I'm stalling yet. Oh, now I am. Right. Oh, I damaged... Oh, did I damage a wheel? No, I damaged nothing, so I can theoretically just get the prop pitch back up and start applying lift and just lift off again.
Also, remember when we found that 2B statue that was like, sold out and kind of expensive?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm allowed to talk about stuff like that anymore.
Why?
Because I bought a figure like that for like 300 euros.
How much?
300
When?
today. Not the 2B, not the 2B one.
Well, it's either to be or not to be.
Yeah, no, it's Griffith from Berserk, but like he's really cool, but I don't think I'm allowed to make fun of expensive figurines anymore.
Yeah, is it just expensive or is it also like the 2B one?
No, it's Griffith.
So it's not weird.
No, he has armor. In fact, he has some of the most gorgeous armor I've ever seen. Like, that should be the gold standard for fantasy armor.
Jim.
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
For the 300, you could have bought a 3D printer. Grabbed from like Thingiverse or some other platform the file. Well, you might be more they go for 500 to buy the printer, so you can...
I don't know when you're done streaming, but I will show you, because this is not something you would be able to just 3D print.
You'd be surprised how good 3D printing actually is.
No, you don't get it. You would not 3D print this.
Can I add more blades for more speed? I just don't understand why this plane works so well. And it's actually really, really stable.
However, I did kind of pull a dum-dum when I bought that thing.
Like what?
Well, I was trying to find the cheapest one, but eventually, because of like shipping costs, it would always just round out to 300 anyway. Or more. So I bought it on eBay, and then I found out there's a Dutch store that sells it for only €1 extra. That would give it to me within a week.
Well,
So I canceled the order, and now I'm waiting for it to actually cancel and to get my money back, so that I can buy it on the correct shop.
You know, it would probably still live from eBay and would be saving like $1.
Probably, actually.
Also, yesterday, a friend of mine found out that the Living Tombstone, you know, the ones that make pretty good music,
Yeah.
we're going to have a concert here in the Netherlands.
They do concerts?
Apparently they do.
Huh.
So, we both try to buy tickets. At some point, I had one ticket, my friend had none. So I thought, alright, I'll back out, I'll try it with 2 tickets. That was a big mistake. Because if you buy tickets immediately when they are available, I had one, I gave that one up, and then when I tried to get 2, they were sold out. So for like 15 minutes, we were like, what do we do now? But then, genius, Ticketmaster holds your ticket, holds your order for 15 minutes. After that, it kind of cancels. And the ticket becomes available again. So after 15 minutes, we've tried once more. We thought, well, we'll keep trying. And it actually worked. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go to the Living Tombstone this summer.
But do they do like the FNAF music, or do they do their own music?
I hope they do the FNAF music.
I guess that one is technically also their own, but like, you know what I mean.
I hope they're gonna do video game music. And it is to a place I've been to before. It is not the best place to have a concert, but it's still a pretty solid place. My plane is falling out of the sky. No, I need you to... No, pull up. I'm gonna crash. Whoa. Technically, I crashed. Woohoo! Right, so technically I crashed, right?
Yes.
But my engines are still running. I should check how much fuel I'm using. This is quite an important thing. How much fuel am I slurping up? Not that much, actually. I'm surprised. This thing can fly for forever. Did I accidentally make a good plane? I mean, it's still pretty uncontrollable, but... it's still pretty... it can also take off very quickly. The only problem is the roll is inverted and incredibly slow. So, making a single turn already causes a lot of problems. Come on, aim it down and stabilize. Aim it down and stabilize it. I'm saying you need to stabilize, come on. I'm gonna try and do another touchdown. By simply aiming it at the ground first. Alright, I need to go horizontal. I'm gonna be stalling out of the sky here for obvious reasons. Technically, a plane landing is just controlled stalling once you think about it. Alright, I need to move backwards. Oh boy. Oh boy. No way. Seriously? Oh boy. Yeah. Jim, did you see what I just did?
No, because your stream is stuck for me.
I had my propeller pitch, which basically says how, like, which way you're going. I had it backwards because I was moving backwards. Then the tail of my plane started to lift. Then I basically did a backflip, put the pitch forward, and started flying. So basically, I basically got it going backwards. Right, I'm gonna aim towards that hangar. Aim towards the hangar. Are my brakes on or not? That's the question. Oh, one of my wheels is damaged. One of the rare ones are damaged. Touchdown. Yeah, I have no way to control myself on land. Apart from with variable throttle. This plane is successful already. And my headphones just fell out of my pocket. Are they both still in there? They are. I'm surprised these still survive. They've been through hell and back, and they are still running. Oh yeah. Let me quickly press I to invert the direction of travel. Because I want my roll to be correct. Because instinctively you're gonna try and press D to roll right. If you're using W, A, S, and D. If it's inverted, you're gonna roll to one side first and then realize, oh no, I'm doing something wrong. And then you're gonna crash. Let me just do this. No. You want to copy it. They want to put it like right in front of here. Where we're gonna call it flaps. Flaps up. Target, and this is gonna be flaps down. And I don't really need this one. I don't need a button to turn on the flaps. But I'm just gonna keep it there, just in case of emergencies. Then MU, train brake, MU. I need this one, I think. Me does think. Me thinks yes. Although technically I don't need the thing for the button anymore. Because all I need is output here. That's gonna go to here and to here. Needs battery power. And with that, I'm gonna have to set this one up a little bit to allow a maximum of 1 and really accurate. Really accurate stuff. So now I can kind of trim my flaps to keep myself stable. Just a bit of manual stuff you can do. You first have to get the target RPS to like 30, like over 35 is good takeoff RPS. I'm gonna shoot for like 40. It's 40.19. There we go. Yeah, and they need to go down. Oh wait, it clamps at 0, doesn't it? Yeah, it clamps at 0. So for now, my flaps are absolutely useless. Because the min needs to be -1. See? There we go. Yes, that is something I'm planning on doing. Having like something to sync them up. Instead of having to press button and really start doing stuff. I think I could put probably a dial there. Yeah, I should press this one as well. 40.599. Let's actually start cranking that engine already. Right now that we have this, I'm gonna hold arrow up, start accelerating away. And it's gonna do that. Now we start pushing the flaps down. Let's actually first do this. Let's actually first make sure I actually see stuff. Yeah, man. Come on, flaps. You can do this. Why aren't my flaps doing anything? My flaps just are fully down. Oh well, let's try and twist back then. Like, I don't think this plane is all that fast, but does it have to be? As a gym, I was delayed with train both ways.
Nice.
Like, how do you manage to get delayed both ways? Like, first when I was to the station before I had to get off before the end was being held up by train from the other side because it's single track, so If the train from one direction is delayed, then you're gonna end up with. Have I landed yet? Right, I have landed. That was really smooth. No damage to any wheels at all. But like, I was delayed by like 5 minutes. And then on the way back, I was delayed by a total of 8 minutes. But oh well. And I'm gonna def myself in Discord real quick. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna press a button. Because I'm going to... Oh, come on. Seriously, it didn't fix it? There, fixed. It is literally just setting the source back and forward. Just in video broadcast. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here because time. It's just... I started late, I'm ending late, and I'm getting tired. But if you like what you saw and want to see more, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow. You know, show at least maybe even some feedback, but at least something that shows to me that I'm doing what you guys like, because I don't really care what I'm doing as long as I'm creating content that you guys like to watch. And if you want to have a chat with me or, you know, see if things get delayed, like as today, there was a message in the Discord, which you can find for !Discord or description channels. So everybody in the Discord knew I was going to be a bit later. And yeah, maybe streams get cancelled, updates, all that fun stuff. Now, this is only up as a VOD on YouTube, so hello YouTube and goodbye YouTube as well. Which you can find via !YouTube in Twitch chat, or, you know, just description channels where you can find the Discord, you can find the YouTube. If you were to watch this on YouTube and you were unable to find my Twitch, you can also find the description there. I don't see a point in having a link to my Twitch in my Twitch channel, which honestly would be kind of funny. I might do that. Yeah, with all that said, hope you guys have a very pleasant half week and weekend, of course. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for some Derail Valley with more steam. And hopefully I don't mess it up like I did last time. And still manage to get the bonus. So yeah. Goodbye.